everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. I'm making my first fall soap tonight, and this is called Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, and it is a scrumptious blend of pumpkin waffles and butter with sweet pure maple syrup and touches of brown sugar and pecans. And what I've decided to do is make this in my 9-bar birch mold, but I'm going to do it higher so I can pipe on the top. I'm going to use the Soapberry Orange. I have a new gold from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's called Gold Coast Holiday Mica, and I don't know if the camera picks it up or not, but this is like really, it's darker than the other gold, but it's very, very sparkly, so I'm anxious to see how that looks in soap. I've got Galactic Moss, and I've got also another new one from Wholesale Supplies Plus called Turkish Mocha Brown. So, oh, I need my goggles. This smells really good. I've never soaped with this before. This is actually from a brand new supplier, a new supplier to me, and there was no reviews on it. I know it doesn't have vanillin in it, and that's about all I do know. So I'm anxious to see what it does. But it's probably the best pumpkin fragrance I've ever used. It's really good. I have Lindsay hanging out in here with me. She's got a toothache tonight, so I gotta call the dentist tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna divide this off. I want a bunch of it to be orange, and I actually marked off my bowl because these bowls do not have measurements on them, but I measured out how much I wanted of orange, and I'm going to go a little bit more than that just because I want some for the piping. And then I want most of the rest to be gold. And I want, let's see, put that in there. I want the teeny tiniest amount of brown, like barely any, and some green. I don't want a lot of that either, so that, and I think I'll go a little bit more in the gold. And then I'll put the rest in here with the orange. set up a little bit because it was really thin. But I love this new gold mica. I don't know if you can see, but it really shows the sparkle. And I'm just going to empty it over into a bigger container so that I can kind of do an in the pot swirl. You back to pipe. I don't know if you guys can see this tiny little orange thing. It's supposed to be a little pumpkin, and I didn't want to make embeds, so I'm going to just go ahead and try to, I wanted the orange to be a little bit more firm, but it's been like a half an hour and I'm just going to do it. So all I have is a writer tip number 7 on here, and I'm just going to kind of do these sporadically, kind of around and up. You know, pumpkins are all different shapes and sizes, so I feel like I can get away with doing this. Whoa! That's a bigger one. I think it'll look cute if I do a few together. And then to make them look more like a pumpkin is why I saved the brownish and the gold. This also has a writer tip. It's smaller. It's a Wilton 5. And I'm just going to kind of stick it in the top and pull it up. back and I'm going to cut pumpkin pecan waffle. And here's the side of it, the top. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in my slab mold first into logs. It's still a little soft, but I was anxious to cut it. Oh, cool. Look at this orange, which usually doesn't do that, is kind of a yellow in here, and the edges are orange in the bottom. So I'm sure this will change to an orange once it hits the air and sits out a little bit, hopefully. Move that out of the way. Let's see, let's cut this one. Now this one is a tiny bit lower than what I make in my slab mold. So it's just going to be a tiny bit chunkier to keep the weight the same. It's so pretty. You can just see the gold mica line, but you can also see in the gold and the soap, you can see little tiny sparkles. It's really pretty. Tiny bit. I'm going to make some new molds, I think, because I want to be able to make batches that aren't as huge as my slab mold for like special soaps. So I think I'm going to talk my husband into going to Lowe's or Home Depot, and I've got the measurements for it. I was excited because I only do, I think I mentioned in another video, I only do 2 shows a year. And there are 2 that I've done before, and one is in October and one is in the beginning of December. So the one in the beginning of October, I sent in the application not as quickly as I should have, but the lady in charge of it called to tell me that they weren't going to be opening the classroom. They had a few classrooms open last year, and I was in one of the classrooms. And they weren't going to be opening them this year, and the space in the actual gymnasium was already full. But if I wanted a spot outside, I could. So I was thinking about it for a day or 2, and thought I didn't think I was going to do it because I'd have to take down my whole, you take a tent, but then you have to take down the whole display that night and bring everything home and then set it up again the next day because there's no security or anything. So I was going to call and tell her I wasn't going to do it, and she called me and said, I just want you to know that we're opening up the classroom you were in, just that one. We're going to have you and 2 other vendors in there. I had a huge space last year, right by a sink. And I didn't have sugar scrubs last year or anything, but I do this year so people can, you know, try the sugar scrubs. So I was excited about it. So the classroom is open so that I can be in there. I'm so excited. The pumpkins on top are cute. I kind of thought, do they look like a little slug or something sitting on the top? But I think they turned out cute. And hopefully the orange will turn darker. I'm pretty sure it will. But thanks so much, guys, for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.